Hi everyone, my name is Mackenzie Ann, and the topic of my persuasive speech regards to the mental effects of heavy metal music. So I'm an avid listener of metal music, so this topic is extremely interesting and just intriguing to me. So throughout the years, metal music listeners have been stereotyped into only wearing black, having interest into the occult, and having violent tendencies due to these intense lyrics, drastic guitar sounds, booming bass and drums within the music. And due to these loud sounds of the music, many listeners have been categorized into violent, not being very intelligent, although this is not the case once researchers have explored this phenomenon. So overall, if you are not familiar with metal music is a subgenre of rock music. So metal music tends to be more heavier, have more dark tones, dark moods, and just louder music in general. So getting into the main topics of this speech is that metal music has been proven to reduce anger and depression and regulate negative emotions. You might ask yourself, how is this possible? Well, metal music allows for individuals to feel that they are being accurately expressed through the lyrics, which reduces their emotions. Such as, for instance, I have battled with depression and anxiety for a majority of my life, but whenever I turn on a song that expresses depression and anxiety, I feel that I am being understood. So this just relates to the topic of listeners can take what they are listening to and allow it to regulate their emotions and express their negative emotions and improve their well-being. Once a person feels that they are understood, that they can be more open to being themselves and regulating themselves and understanding who they are as a person. Another positive aspect of metal music would be the sense of community that is developed by the listeners. Many people are confused on what this topic relates to, but essentially the listeners of metal music, they are a community in themselves. No matter where they live at, who they are, what their past is, the listeners often feel that they are outcast by society because of their music genre not being very popular. Although these listeners feel that they are outcast from society, they can find themselves in a community of like-minded listeners who will always be accepted by each other. So this community of metal listeners allows for individuals to be accepted and improves their overall mood and well-being of being accepted by others. Such as if you were to get in a dispute within your family and you feel that you do not belong in your family, that would increase your feelings of depression. Relating to a metal music listener listening to their metal music, they feel that they are not being accepted within society, within the normal society. And so these listeners will develop a community amongst themselves known as the metalhead community, and they just band together and they listen to music and they bond over their past struggles, their mental aspects. So this just improves their mood and their well-being by allowing them to be accepted and allowing them to feel understood by each other. Another aspect of metal music is that the listeners and creators are often characterized as being unintelligent, although this is far from the truth. Due to the intensity of the music, musicians have to be keen on and enhance their craft, such as being able to strum the notes, keep up with the beat of the music, remember the lyrics, know what song is coming next, all while being able to be a performer at the same time and put on a nice show for their listeners. So while all of this is going on within the musician's head, they have to be very keen on strumming their notes, beating their drums, and singing their songs and their notes. While this may seem easy, if you have ever played an instrument, you would know that it takes quite a lot of practice to be able to keep up with notes, songs, lyrics, anything of that nature. Another example of this would be that the band Mastodon, they composed an album that is based off of the classic novel Moby Dick. So this is a prime example of how creators of metal music can take their music and take influences from literature and other cultural aspects and place it together so the listener can comprehend. So overall, metal music has many benefits that the average society member wouldn't usually consider. With all of this information provided, metal musicians and listeners have been proven to have improved mood and mental well-being. Despite these negative stereotypes, metal music has positive impacts on the listener and the community based around the genre of music.